Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Toss play to McKinnon. And right away, he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them.
And got his man complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And the Panthers coming out now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on second down is Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now Newton on first down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. The 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Ready? 180. Four down. Great. Check, back 21. 20.
On second down, here's Newton. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Here's McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He's going to get it running right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Gano for the extra point. The extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. McKinnon. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Big 20.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Play action. Stafford steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Set. 180.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton is going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We have an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford, eluding the pressure right. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Newton. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They run once more with McKinnon, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And Lutz puts this one through, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
4 down, check, 4 down, ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. The Pass D, wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Fielded at about the 28. Look at the spin.
Balance.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Alert, alert. 3 up, set. Yellow 20. 555.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Right, 22. Tag 53.
From the gun, Stafford. He's going to air one out. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, here's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. K1 Short. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
That's pulled in at the 32. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scrambles.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Able to draw a bit closer. Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. but they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Hey, 22!
Stafford on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford going to throw it. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kamale Correa able to get in there and drop him behind the line. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.